Showing chickens is a fun and rewarding experience, especially when you are able to raise them from chicks. As you grow with your bird, you will learn how to train your bird, how to show off your bird, how to act in the show ring, how to dress for the show, along with some general tips for things to and not to do in the ring. This is the sister and brother team of Anna and Connor Howard. They have been showing chickens for years and have worked with many breeds. Connor explains that, as with all animals, training should start young and happen in stages.
As for training, for the first week or two, maybe more depending on how much time you have, it's good to just put your hands on them. You don't have to do all the parts or anything, just get them used to being held. Because if they're not used to being held and you're trying to work with their wings, they're probably not going to listen. After they're used to being held a little, maybe moved around some, flip them up on their sides because a lot of chickens don't like to do that. It's all part of the training process, a little at a time. Then you can start going through and messing with the wings, easing them out, but make sure you still have a good grip on the hen. The first time you try that, they may try to fly away. For just a normal standing show position, just try to do this every time that you work with them and they'll learn to sit just like that after you practice with them for a while.
Next, Connor and Anna demonstrate what should happen when a judge says, "Show me your bird." Starting with the vent, the exhibitor should move the feathers out of the way so the judge can see it. Each wing is gently lifted and moved to demonstrate that the bird is healthy and mobile. Exhibitors should not block the judge's view of the bird at any time. Rather than reaching over top of his hen to move the other wing, he shifts the bird to his other hand to show off the second one. If you have younger competitors who cannot easily lift larger birds, this is a great strategy. Even when the bird protests, he remains calm and gentle, not wanting to alarm or hurt the animal in any way. Next, he turns the bird on her side against his stomach, careful to keep her wings folded flat. He shows off the hocks, shanks, and paws on each side, moving them to continue to demonstrate health and mobility. He then puts a hand around the bird's breast to show where that is, and again, that she is healthy. He turns her right side up again and lifts the feathers on her back several times so that the judge can see the undercoat. Mites and skin issues can be seen in this area. Holding her firmly so that she won't fall, he positions her up by his shoulder, her head facing forward. He gently taps the beak so that her head turns one way and then the other. Judges can see the health of the eye, comb, and wattles. Once done, he puts her back on the table and stands her alert, with head and tail feathers up. The order in which you go through the parts doesn't matter, as Anna demonstrates. She prefers to start with the wings. Just make sure you don't miss any parts. Once you get a feel for how you want to go through them, do the same thing every time. Anna demonstrates an alternate method for showing the second wing. Rather than switching hands, she reaches in front of the bird's head to hold the other wing. She still never puts her hand between the judge and the bird to access the wings. Next, she shows the vent to the judge, lifting the back feathers so they can see. She shows the undercoat, taking care to brush the feathers back flat, then rotates the bird to her stomach and shows the hocks, shanks, and paws. She steadies her bird and then moves it up by her shoulder and taps its head both ways for the judge to get a good look, and once again sets her bird down to the initial show position. Take another look at the clip, and this time notice what Connor is doing while Anna is showing. He is making sure that his bird still looks good, that she is in his control, and then leaves her alone. While we would like for him to be looking at the judge while he does this, The fact that he can put his hands behind his back while his bird stays in place demonstrates the amount of training he has put towards his bird. The judge can ask for any part of the bird to be shown at any time, or they can simply say, "Show me your bird." Let's take a look at each step individually and a little closer. Fluff the bird up into the initial show position by tapping up on the beak and fluffing the tail feathers up gently at the same time. You can pick up the bird one of two ways, using one finger between the legs and one each on the outside of the legs, then using the pinky and thumb to steady the wings, or by using two fingers to steady between the legs and the other fingers on the outsides of the legs. The choice largely depends on the size of the bird as compared to the size of the exhibitor's hand. Let's take a look at "Show me your bird." Connor picks her up and starts with the vent, giving the judge a clear look. He shows the mobility of the wings on both sides, switching hands because the bird is so big. He rolls her to her side with the wings against his stomach and demonstrates leg mobility. Notice that he has a finger in the center of each foot so that her toes don't stay curled up the whole time. He shows off the bird's breast, then carefully rotates her upright and shows off the undercoat, smoothing the feathers down when he's done. He moves her up to his shoulder and taps the beak gently to show off both sides of her head. Now let's watch Anna one more time. If you noticed, Anna missed showing the bird's breast. She demonstrates for us a great strategy. She was so confident in showing her bird that we almost don't notice. If you forget something, just be confident, and likely the judge won't notice either. Now, let's take a look at some questions that may be asked by the judges. Anna explains that as a junior, questions aren't as intense, though some may be surprising. What is your bird's name? What is its breed? What color egg will your hen lay? What is its skin color? What do you feed it and how much? How do you handle them? And where do you keep them? Connor explains that senior questions will be a little more difficult or specific. What brand of feed do you use? What is its protein content? What breed are they, and what are some characteristics of the breed that make it different from others? Are they good laying hens? Are they good mother hens? But you never know what they are going to ask, because they can ask you anything about your chicken. If they ask you a question that you don't know the answer to, don't make something up. Tell them, "I don't know, but I'm happy to find out for you," instead of just saying, "I don't know." Here are some ways that you shouldn't answer questions. What breed of bird do you have, and what is its name?
This is Bob, and he's a silver lace Wyandotte.
Don't be too quiet or evasive.
Hi, can you tell me your bird's name and what kind of bird it is?
This is Patricia, and she's a silver lace Wyandotte.
Don't stare down the judge.
What kind of bird do you have, and what is its name?
This is Bob. It's a silver-laced Wyandotte.
The best answers.
Hi, can you tell me what your bird's name is and what kind of bird you have?
This is Patricia, and she is a silver-laced Wyandotte.
Are those done confidently and relaxed? Typically, the judge asks questions first, but they don't have to. Anna shows us an average class, answering questions and showing her bird. We're going to take a look at this 2 more times. In the next clip, Anna demonstrates how not to show a bird. Notice that she doesn't look at the judge and just pets her bird. She's not really showing it. She doesn't know the answers to the questions and doesn't speak up. She doesn't demonstrate control or training, and she puts her hand between the judge and her bird, blocking his view. Let's watch her one more time as she demonstrates how best to show her bird.
Anna Howard, and this is my seat right.
What kind of feed?
Layer pellets mixed with scratch pins.
Show me your bird.
She is calm and confident without being rough with her bird. She maintains eye contact with the judge, glancing down or over at the hen as needed. She knows the answers to the questions and is loud enough to be heard without shouting, and is very clear and concise. Lastly, let's talk about dress for the show.
The way you should dress when you go to a show is no hats, no sunglasses. Make sure you have a nice polo or button-up shirt. Make sure you have a belt on with your shirt tucked in under the belt. You need a nice pair of jeans or khakis with no rips or tears, and a good pair of closed-toed shoes. And if you're wearing boots, your pants need to be able to go over the boots.
What you should wear to a chicken show: you should not wear a hat or sunglasses, no big distracting jewelry. You should wear a button-down shirt or polo, nice khakis or jeans, and closed-toed shoes. And you should also wear your hair tied back in a bun, a ponytail, or a braid.
Hoop jewelry and hair that is not tied back may get caught in a panicking chicken's foot and tear out. We hope you've learned a lot about showing chickens. Thanks to Anna and Connor for sharing their experiences, and we look forward to seeing them and you at the next 4-H Chicken Show.